done something that you regretted doing? Have you ever made a mistake that was kind of silly and it embarrassed you when you look back on it in the future? Have you ever maybe done something that was honestly just downright kind of stupid and it embarrassed you when you thought about it later on? I've done lots of things like that in my life. Let me share one of them with you right now. I can remember a time years ago when my wife and I were moving into a brand new apartment. It was such a brand new apartment that we were the first people to have ever lived in this apartment. So it was brand new, state of the art, and we were very excited to live there. We were unpacking our apartment. I was unpacking the kitchen, and I had pulled an electric bread maker out of a box that we had. You know, one of those kind of bread makers that you just plug into the wall, you put the ingredients in, and boom, at some point you get fresh homemade bread. So it was great. But as I was pulling that bread maker out of the box to unpack it in the kitchen, my wife lets me know that she's going to run to the store to pick up a few things and she'll be right back. No problem. Unpacking the kitchen. So I take out the bread maker and I set it on the kitchen counter and I plug it into the wall and it beeps. And I think, that outlet just beeped when I plugged this bread maker in. This apartment is so new and technologically advanced. These outlets beep when you plug something in to let you know that it's plugged in all the way. So I picked up the bread maker and I carried it into the bedroom and I plugged it into an outlet in the wall. It beeped and I thought, this is incredible. Every outlet in the house seems to be taking the bathroom, plug the bread maker into the wall, beeps. And I think this outlet works as well. So I go around the house, plugging this bread maker into all these outlets and they're all beeping. And I'm getting very excited. I don't know why I was so excited that these outlets beeped. Who needs an outlet that beeps when you plug something into it? But I thought it was neat. So I'm excited plugging this bread maker in all over the house. And my wife gets back from the store. I'm in the living room on the floor behind the couch plugging the bread maker into the wall. And she says, what are you doing down there? And I said, you will never believe this. These outlets in this house all beep when you plug something in to let you know that whatever you plugged in is all the way plugged in. That's how new this apartment is. Isn't that awesome? And so I plug it in and it beeps and she goes, the bread maker beeps whenever you plug it in so that you can know that the bread maker is plugged in. And I was laying there on the floor holding the bread maker with a silly grin on my face, having it plugged into the wall, and I thought, oh, well, that makes a whole lot more sense. Yeah. I was embarrassed. I felt silly. You know, life is full of moments when you do something that you regret. As soon as the words come out of your mouth, you think, I can't believe I said that. As soon as you take that action, you think, boy, I wish I could take that back. Life is full of those moments. And the sad reality is that you can't take back hastily spoken words that offend or that hurt someone. And when you make an action towards someone that is offensive or something that embarrasses you or embarrasses someone else, you can't take those actions back. The damage is done. But the good news for us is that even though we can't take words back that have been spoken and we can't take actions back that have been offensive, we can find forgiveness from God for those things. God has promised us that we don't have to live with embarrassment. We don't have to live with regret. We don't have to live with the things that weigh on our hearts and cause anxiety. The Scriptures have promised us that all we need to do is go to God and ask forgiveness, confess our sins, be honest with God and say, God, I wish I had not done that. I regret it. I'm sorry for it. And I need forgiveness. And the Bible promises us that God will forgive us every single time. God intends for you and me to live life in such a way that our conscience is clear, our hearts are free, that we're not weighed down and burdened by the mistakes of the past and the things that haunt us and embarrass us. Freedom can be found in a relationship with God. He wants to give it to us. And all we have to do is come to Him with our mistakes, lay them before Him, and let Him give us the freedom that He so desperately wants to give us.